So I decided to make a video to help explain our e-learning assignment so we're not as confused. First off, you're going to go to this week 15 e-learning folder on your home screen of my class. This will bring you to your e-learning assignment called Dialectical Journal Chunk 1 Monday and Tuesday assignment. This is due tonight. Okay, so first I want you to finish reading chapter 1. Listen here. You're going to go to chapter 1 audiobook with text, and that is a YouTube video where you can also read the screen as you go along. That same YouTube channel is here for chapter 2 and chapter 3 audiobook. I'm not making you read the whole book, so instead of reading the first 10 chapters, you need to read chapter 3 through 11 summaries after you have listened to these chapters. These are really, really important to get a sense of our characters and the town and to understand what's going on, so I really want you to listen or read. If you don't want to listen, if you would prefer just to read, you can click this link and it'll take you to a full PDF of the text. I'd recommend putting it in Notability. Okay, once you're done with your reading, you need to go to your dialectical journal. Ideally, everybody brought their dialectical journal home on Friday. This was that sheet you collected from the countertop with a lot of boxes on it. You need to complete part 1, which is pictures. Part 2, read the quote and answer the questions. And part 3, you just put your own response. Okay. When you've finished all the parts of the dialectical journal, please take a picture of it like we do for WGP, or submit your edited copy here. Now, let's say that you forgot or you didn't attend school on Friday, November 18th. How can I get my sheet? Well, I have this right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the link, and you are going to go, and it's going to take you to a screen that looks like that. You're going to press make a copy. Once you've made a copy, it'll look like this. Okay, so let's take a look here of what we need to do. Scene drawing. So the first thing you need to do is when you're reading the chapters, go through and either, if you're doing this digitally, input an image like you do for vocabulary, or you would draw a picture of what's happening. So for scene 1, maybe you draw a picture of the Boo Radley house and then describe what is Scout telling you about the Boo Radley house or Boo Radley. Okay, second one. This is Scout's first day of school in chapter 2. Maybe describe Miss Caroline and what she's like and how Scout is bad for her on the first day, or and Scout doesn't understand that she's, misbehaving in class. Then explain what is going on in this picture. Okay, lastly, you're going to have a picture from scene 3. Maybe you're having a picture of Atticus talking to Scout about her school day. Maybe you're talking about how Walter went to eat lunch with Scout's family and he put a lot of molasses on his food. Maybe you're talking about going back to chapter 2 where the Yule boy basically cussed out Miss Caroline. Describe what's happening here. For the next 3, what I want you to do is read the quote and analyze. Describe how this quote demonstrates the theme provided. Right now we're thinking about individuals develop empathy through experience. So for Scout, she had never left home before. She had been at home and she had never gone to daycare. She had only been around her brother and Calpurnia and Atticus. And for the first time she experienced dealing with a teacher who was, very young herself and dealing with other kids she had never met before. So describe how this experience and what Atticus is telling her is allowing Scout to develop empathy. And empathy means an understanding and of people that are not you and relating to them on a level to where you're almost putting them in your shoes. And it's exactly what Atticus is saying here. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view. That is empathy. So how's Scout developing empathy? Okay, next we're going to think about our author's craft term, illusion. So we're going to look at the scene. Dill had seen Dracula, a revelation that moved Jim to eye him with the beginning of respect. Okay, why does this quote demonstrate illusion? Well, first of all, we know that an illusion is a reference to another work, a movie, something in history, and in this we have Dracula, which is a movie at the time. Remember, we're in the Great Depression and we're in rural Alabama. Why is it so impressive that Dill has seen a really popular movie? Maybe it's saying that we don't have a lot of movies in rural Alabama at this time. Maybe people don't have a lot of extra money to go to the movies. So maybe that's why this illusion is important, and that's what it reveals about life in 1930s Alabama. Okay, lastly, we're thinking about structure and mood, and how Lee is creating a mood in her writing. So we're going to look at this quote. Inside the house lived a malevolent phantom. People said he existed, but Jim and I had never seen him. People said he went out at night when the moon was down and peeped in windows. Okay, what are specific words in this quote that create a mood? For me, when I look at this, I think of malevolent phantom. Okay, I think of a creepy ghost that's floating down the streets and is looking in people's windows. Okay, after you write about that, what does this quote reveal about the setting or scout or narrator? For me, I'm going to think about, okay, we have Scout here and she's repeating rumors of the town and what she knows about Boo Radley. Maybe I'm going to say that like Scout has never met Boo Radley, and maybe she just is taking all these rumors and gossip about Boo Radley as fact, and that's telling us something about Scout or narrator, that maybe she's not the most reliable because she's just this little kid. Okay, lastly, this is my favorite part because I want you to just write about what you thought. So you get the opportunity to write about what you liked or maybe what you didn't like, observations that you had as you read about the way Lee told the story. So do you like all the Southern dialect? Do you like the little stories and tangents she goes on? Connections to other works of literature. Have you read something in your choice reading books that makes you think of anything? Do you have any personal connections? Maybe you had a first day of school experience like this. Maybe you had an experience where you didn't know how to act in public when you were a little kid and you got in trouble. That's what I want you to write about here. You only need 4 sentences to get your full points. Okay. When you're done, if you're writing this by hand, you're going to submit an image of both sides on Schoology for me to grade. If you're completing it as a document, you are going to finish it out, and then you're going to go back to your Schoology, and then you're going to submit it here. Okay, if you've made it this far, there's a bonus point opportunity for 7 bonus points. You may state that you read the assignment instructions and that you understand them. I can't wait to give you these bonus points. Okay, thank you.